yesterday was a bit of a downer day with some negative news. We corrected some misinformation, and we dealt with the fact that pre-orders were also delayed in Canada for Nintendo Switch 2. None of that's that exciting to talk about, and honestly, it kind of puts a damper a little bit on what has been a fairly exciting last week for me here when it comes to talking about Switch 2, because I am legitimately excited for this platform. The games Nintendo showed us and Nintendo Treehouse, and now friend of the channel, Thunderstash Gaming, is getting all his hands-on impressions up over on his channel for all the various games he played at the Nintendo Switch 2 experience over the weekend. So that's getting me even more hyped for Nintendo Switch 2. And then tonight we have the Nintendo Byte podcast, and on there we're actually dropping some brand new exclusive news about the Nintendo Switch 2 that you guys didn't know about. So that's also really exciting. So as my hype keeps building up for these things, what I have to also do is bring myself back into the realm of excitement, because we have some good news for Nintendo Switch 2 today. Some actual good news has come across my feed, and this news finally is something that we can all look at and go, yes, that's actually a good thing for the Nintendo Switch 2, and it's good news for everyone hoping to buy one of these systems either on launch or closely thereafter. We're going to get into this in a moment. First, I want to sit here and remind you, we are giving away a Nintendo Switch 2 down in the link in the comment or down in the link in the description or in the pinned comment. Let's go ahead and just get right to the news, and then I'm going to talk about some more thoughts on Switch 2 after that. So this is the news right here. It's this single tweet by Nintendo. It says, multiple sources have told me that Switch 2 consoles will be extremely well stocked, more stock availability than any console launch in recent memory. However, accessories and games are expected to be much more limited. Someone asked a weird question too, like, will it only be physical games? Obviously, there's no limit on digital games. He knows there won't be. He says, is this globally or just a certain country? He says he's located in the USA, so that's where his sources are obviously from. And that's about it for his comments on this. So there's some good news, and I guess you can argue a little bit of miniature bad news involved with this as well. And that is the following, right? Obviously, the console is going to be really well stocked. It looks like it's going to be better stocked than any prior system to ever launch right here in the United States. So that right there, oh baby, that's really exciting. It sounds like if you're going to go in person and pick one up at a store that isn't taking pre-orders, say like you're going to go in person and pick it up at Walmart, they always have stock day one. Your local Walmart might have more stock of this system than any prior system coming out, but also for pre-orders, maybe there's a chance pre-orders aren't sold out in like a minute, and maybe we have 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes to actually get our pre-orders in, just because there's so many of these things going to be stocked and probably restocked after launch. This is just all really exciting stuff. Now, obviously, it notes the accessories and the games are going to be more limited. So first, talking about the accessories, that's like the Pro Controller, the cases, the charge grips. All of that is going to end up being obviously much lower stock. Nintendo isn't going to get like 10 million of these things ready to go in the US on day one. That's just reality. So if you're hoping to nab a Pro Controller, that might be a little bit harder. Although, again, those should be fairly regularly restocked over time. And then that's like the big accessory I want, right? I want that brand new Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller. So those might sell out really fast and be a little bit hard to get for a while. But the games. Now, when it talks about the games being more limited, what they mean is the physical cartridge games. Physical copies could sell out at launch. This actually happened at the launch of the Nintendo Switch, if you recall. Breath of the Wild sold out across most of the United States physically, and it was very hard to find it for about a week. Nintendo did get it restocked fairly quick, so it's not like I expect the game restocking to be a major issue for Nintendo, but yes, Nintendo's trying to find that balance of how many people are buying that physical copy, how many people are buying the digital copies. Third parties are trying to do that same balancing act, predicting how many Switch 2 sales will be, how many of those people are actually going to buy each individual game, and then how much availability should we have on physical or digital. You don't want to overstock the physical, because then you just have things that sit on the shelf and nobody buys it, and then you have to discount prices over time. So finding that critical balance is obviously something that these companies have to sort out, but it does sound like, yeah, probably on launch, which happens on a lot of console launches, physical copies could get sold out and maybe sold out, even though more systems are selling than physical. People obviously also buy digital games. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how this all works out for launch. So obviously, when pre-orders go up, that's going to include the games, that's going to include the accessories. Make sure you get your pre-orders in for those accessories. Make sure you get those pre-orders in as well for the games. Now, if you're looking to get some a lot of third-party accessories are actually already available to pre-order literally right now. And I tweeted about GameStop. So I'm going to go grab my tweet about GameStop and show you guys what's going on there because, look, they have accessories up as well. And when we look over at this tweet I put up, you can see they got like an adapter to, like, you know, take your Switch to. It's kind of like a dock replacement and put it on your TV, a carrying case. You got the Joy-Con grips. You got the game case, the AC adapter. This is all third-party stuff, GameStop branded, but won't for the most part work with your system. You have a charging grip that is GameStop branded. So again, if the Nintendo one sells out, you have this option. You have this case. You have some thumb grips, a screen protector, wheel, charging station, and yes, micro SD express cards. The 1 terabyte one, by the way, is only $149.99. My information here is a little outdated. Yes, you can pre-order in store. Also, you can pre-order online. So there you go. You can pre-order online for like in-store pickup and stuff like that. So the information is a little outdated. So I just want to make sure you guys are up to date on that in the video. But the point is that, yes, get your accessory pre-orders in. If you're worried about getting your hands on a Nintendo one, hey, I understand that. Guess what? There's going to be other options out there for you. So there you go. Heck, there's accessories even like, not this one, but that's not an accessory, but things like this, if you want like different grips and stuff like this, they're all over the internet, a whole bunch of options out there. You guys go ahead and good luck. You know, that's really what I can say is good luck whenever pre-orders go live, because obviously right now we want to know when pre-orders are going to be up and we don't know. And I can tell you guys right now, if you don't follow him or follow his YouTube channel, you guys should really be checking out Jake Randall. We're going to go open his account right here over on X so you guys can see what's up. Jake Randall, he has helped thousands and thousands of people get Switch OLEDs and special editions and PlayStation 5s and everything. He's really, really good with this stuff. He does live streams. He does the tweets. So he's out here, as he says, you know, I will update you as soon as there is information regarding when Switch 2 pre-orders will happen. For the time being, turn notifications on and don't stress, because if you have them on, you won't miss a thing. Promise. Price, date, time, all of it, I've got you covered. This is what Jake Randall does, man. This is what he does. He helps people get their pre-orders. And look, obviously we're all disappointed pre-orders have been delayed, but this is the man to follow. He's who I'm going to be using to help me get my pre-order in. I need to get one in at Best Buy, at my local one, so I can do the midnight launch, and I got to get at least one more pre-order in, because again, we're giving away a Nintendo Switch 2, and I'm going to try to get a third pre-order in so I can give away another Nintendo Switch 2. I'm hoping to provide you guys with a couple Switch 2s, and maybe we'll get a couple copies if we can't get the Switch 2, an extra Switch 2 besides the pre-order one for you guys to give away. For me to give away to you, maybe we'll get a couple copies of Mario Kart or something to give away as well. We'll see. But thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are awesome and amazing. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. A much more positive, upbeat video. The excitement's building. I honestly just want to fast forward to the podcast tonight, but we have some more content to make before we get there. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, I will catch you in the next one.